Perk, how concerned are you about Dennis being out for these couple weeks?
I'm very concerned because, Rachel, I always say, and Ramona, I always tell the world that guys could do whatever they want to try to stay in basketball shape. And I don't know how the protocol situation is. I don't know if Dennis is even able to train. But in order to get back in shape, you have to play basketball games. You have to be able to have that workload. And so I'm concerned for when Dennis do get back, that time is not on his side. It's not that many games left. And when he comes back, he's just going to have to get thrown in the thick of things. And one thing could happen is, and I hope it don't, injuries happen because you haven't been able to work out. So, I hope Dennis is in there, wherever he's at. I know he's probably in protocol, so I hope he's doing his push-ups, squat jumps, doing whatever he can to try to stay in shape. But I'm very concerned with him getting back and being able to play at top capacity, especially in the playoffs.
Well, it's an interesting, larger question, too, because he's not the only one. In fact, we have two players in the playoff race, Zach LaVine and Schroder, out due to COVID protocols. And it's an issue because LaVine has missed 11 games for the Bulls, who have fallen out of the play-in race in the East. Schroder is missing games due to COVID protocols for the second time this season. With vaccines widely available, you do wonder if this second absence could have been prevented. Schroeder's teammate Anthony Davis spoke about the vaccine yesterday after the game. Take a listen.
I think it was highly encouraged, and some guys did, some guys didn't, for their own personal reasons. I decided to, for my own personal reasons. The rules do change a little bit when you are fully vaccinated. So I'm not sure. I think we got a lot of guys on this team who have been vaccinated, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But we're just trying to play our part, man. Honestly, I'm trying to play my part and getting 20,000 back in Staples so we can get some more cheers in there than we have now.
Ramona, look, which players have and haven't been vaccinated is a personal issue. The NBA has made it clear they're not going to force anyone to get vaccinated. Dennis Schroder made it clear to a German news outlet that he is not one of the Lakers who got vaccinated. And he missed time due to contact tracing earlier this season. This time, because he's out 10 to 14 days, we can make the assumption of why this time it may be actually contracting COVID. And with time now costing players at this crucial point in the season, is there pressure, Ramona, on players to get vaccinated? The vaccine's available. Is it sort of looking around the locker room and being like, well, you're out for these few weeks, and we don't know if you had to be?
Well, we have an issue, Rach, where, we have to have, there's privacy concerns where you can't disclose if somebody has COVID unless they decide to empower the team to do it or they reveal it themselves. But you have to, your teammates know.
Right.
Okay, and I think that's probably the most important thing in this situation. These are probably the two most important weeks of the Lakers season. And the Lakers had the opportunity to get the vaccine April 16th. Most of them did. Dennis Schroder obviously expressed to the German newspaper that he had some hesitancy. There's plenty of people around the country who have hesitancy. And the NBA kind of treated this as a sort of carrot and the stick, okay? The carrot is, hey, if you get the vaccine, you can go out.
You heard Anthony refer to that. The
you can go do that.
And
I really like his messaging on this, which is essentially we all have to do our part. I'm trying to play my part. I think that's the messaging that we're going to have to get to in our country as a whole, and we're slowly getting there because there was a long time where the vaccine was not widely available,
right.
And now it is. And so I think that's the second phase of this, and I really appreciate Anthony disclosing, hey, I took the vaccine.
Yep.
I got it, and I'm doing great.
Yep.
And, I appreciate everybody who is sort of forthcoming about it because I think once you say Anthony Davis got it and he's okay. Yep. That's what helps everyone get past it. But when you talk about whether Dennis got it or didn't get it, now he has COVID, he might have COVID, he's out for these protocols. Your teammates know, and I think those are the people that you have to be most accountable to at this point in the season.
Kendrick, what do you think the dynamic is in the locker room with that stuff?
Well, I think, it's a ripple effect, and it all depends on who your leaders are, right? And I think leadership is strong because, if you see your leaders doing it, then it's going to ripple down to the others. And here's another thing that I feel like for us NBA players getting vaccinated, and when we're looking at the Dennis Schroder situation right now, the playoffs are right around the corner. And if I'm other organizations that have, these tensions of making the playoff runs or winning the championship. I want to make sure that I give my team and my organization the best possible chance and have guys healthy and have guys available. So they should take notice. And if I'm an organization, you know what? I'm encouraging all my players, coaches, and everyone to go out there and get vaccinated just for your health, not only to win games, but for your health in general.
I've seen some pushback from people sort of like, well, it's his choice about his personal health, and that is absolutely true. But let's not pretend that athletes don't make those choices all the time. We all remember, of course, Zeke, right, in the NBA Finals, coming in and playing on a sprained ankle that every trainer on the bench told him, you will do more damage to yourself long term. This will be with you for the rest of your life if you come play. He decided to play. We know Ronnie Lott for the 49ers amputated his pinky. Again, if you're too young to remember that, Google. The man cut off one of his fingers because he wanted to play in that team's championship runs and going through the seasons with them. So again, I'm not saying you got to cut off a finger. And I don't know if anyone in the Lakers locker room is saying to Dennis, hey, dude, why didn't you get vaccinated? Now you're out for 2 weeks and this is going to cost us and maybe, again, cost them further down the road if he has COVID in a way that stays with him. And again, we just don't know, and we won't know that for a while. But to pretend that this is just not a continual issue for athletes, it absolutely is. That balance of what do I want to do for myself and my personal health versus what is going to need to help the team. And it's interesting now in this age of coronavirus and vaccinations to have it coming in a whole new way. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.